Surprise King Ecthegern, which is what we're calling him now, is currently embroiled in not one but two major civil wars seeking to depose him, and for the moment, he's kind of winning. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Crusader Kings III in our Empire of Albion series. I just, zoomed out to take a look at this. I'm seeing this, really for the first time along with you. We zoomed out a bit last episode, but this is a little bit more than a minor rebellion. We do have several kind of allied troops that are helping out, and that's very helpful, to say the least. But what I want to do is take as much territory as I can, particularly the capital territories. I've already taken a few, just to sort of take away their power. And I want to try and keep both wars going as long as I can, because the allies are only here helping me with one more, interestingly enough. Ooh, interesting. So that fight, those raiders over there did a lot of damage. It doesn't look like they did particularly well. Although they're raiding a territory that is currently under siege. Or they're sieging territory that's currently rebelling against me. So they can, they can do that. That's fine. Caesar's triumph. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was amused to learn about Julius Caesar's exploits during his conquest of Gaul. During his siege of Alesia, Caesar determined that direct assault on the well-fortified city would be too costly. Why is the font so dark, by the way? I get that they're doing a font contrast, to show that it's a passage, but, I can barely read this. He instead ordered his army to build his own fortress, which surrounded the entire city, trapping the enemy garrison inside to starve, while simultaneously preventing reinforcements from relieving the defenders. So we can gain military engineer, which would make siege phases go much faster. I really like the idea of that, because this is going to help in this particular situation. Or we can just reduce friendly fatal casualties, but I like the idea of having reduced siege phase time with this new king, because if Ecthegern can manage to hold on to the throne, this can be the king that really united Scotland after these civil wars and after Donald's disastrous time on the throne. I mean, that, as heartbreaking as it is, it's time to acknowledge that what happened with Donald was bad. He waited way too long to ascend the throne. By the time he became king, he was no longer fit to be king. He had just sort of fallen into despair, and it's sad, but he shouldn't have been king. He had the votes because everyone was so looking forward to him for his entire life, and then he ended up not living up to it. So Scotland is in disarray as a result of that. And I think military engineer, because we also will be doing more sieging and fighting to take the rest of the British Isles and form the Empire of Albion, that's going to be the most useful. A little ingenuity goes a long way in a siege. Alright, so we're going to keep things on speed 4 for a second and hopefully not pay too much of a price. You know what? Hang on. I want to get these raiders because I could get some gold for this victory. Why are my allied troops not... Okay, so this is the war we were embroiled in that we didn't actually help with. Alright, so we won that somehow, but, took a lot of losses in that fight, because my allies just dicked around and didn't help. That's kind of annoying. No, we don't have the money to give the queen a gift right now, as nice as that would be. Hello? Come on, let's go. I wasn't quite able to follow the numbers on that. I was expecting it to end much faster, so I guess I should have paid slightly closer attention so that I could understand why that fight took so much out of me. But we did get some raid loot recovered, I guess. No, I can't do that right now. One of the main problems we're facing is that since so much of our territory is in rebellion against us, there's a major hit to my income. So the sooner we can win these wars, the better. Also, this siege is taking a while, by the way. I've arrived in Edinburgh to pay homage to you, glorious king, as a show of my loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honor. Alright, so court grandeur has increased. I guess because this is a capital, it's taking a little bit longer. My cousin, Count Bouchard, has honored me with a visit and has brought one of his quarters along. Bouchard approaches me excitedly. Well met, King Ecthagarin. It pleases me to see you thriving here in Lothian. I don't know if thriving is the word I'd put on it, Bouchard, but I appreciate your optimism. It occurred to me that Edouard here might be of service in your court. He's an incredibly talented strategist. His mind is always spinning out possible tactics. I would make use of him myself, but alas, it doesn't seem possible. I would hate to see his great talent go to waste. Why don't you take him in and unleash his potential? So we can say, I must politely decline. So, Count Bouchard is our cousin. Because... hold on, who were his grandparents? What's the familial tie here? I'm curious. One of the things I'm actually struggling to remember right now, obviously we can pull up dynasty trees anytime. But I'm trying to remember if there's an easier way. If someone in the comments knows this, it would be fantastic. I'm trying to remember if there's an easier way to see your connection with another character, your familial connection with another character. Like, I'm not talking about see whether there's a connection, but like really trace the path. Like, how are we cousins? I don't know. And I would like to know. I'm just kind of curious. Anyway, I can figure it out later, but I mean, we're just in the midst of these wars right now. So I kind of want the prestige, to be completely honest. I have the knights. I mean, not really at the moment, but I think I'm going to go for the prestige. And that's what I'm doing. I don't feel bad about it. Let's finish this siege as fast as possible. No, please don't abandon that siege over there, guys. We need you to keep doing stuff. I just realized this siege that's happening over here actually needs to be headed off. And it looks like the allies are already going to do it. So these wars are starting to go much better. Ooh, interesting. See what's happening here? Let's see if we can wait for those guys to get a little closer. Okay. Yep. Yep. It's working. And a battle has started too. Perfect. So we're going to wait here for that to end. And we've got all of our forces waiting to attack the army that just got into a fight with the other army. Oh, that worked out. Oh, that was glorious. Okay, so we are winning both wars at the moment. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the East Riding. Now, the remaining armies that I'm seeing here are not in good shape. Now, this is a lot of raiding to do, so they're probably going to try and retake. Well, not raiding, it's a lot of conquering to do. There are several lords who are not happy at the moment with the throne situation, for reasons we discussed. For all the authority I supposedly wield as king, I cannot be everywhere in my realm at once. Hey, I was just thinking that. There will always be those who forget to obey my orders once my attention is turned elsewhere. This is where my courtier Elpin could come in, who has been faithfully enforcing my decrees in court. Could he serve as my right-hand man and take a more active role in administering my realm? So this is the Seneschal. He is brave, he's wrathful, he's honest, he's Midas-touched, and is a valued intrigue courtier. So this would help with control growth. But we also have a marshal. But I mean, I like the fact that he's brave, wrathful, and honest. You know what? Yes, he'll serve me well. Let's do it. So we have him as a right-hand man. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. The Northmen just declared war. So on top of the two civil wars that we're currently facing, the Northmen have now decided that they want a piece of the action. That's adorable. Never back to your frozen hellscape of a home, scum. I mean, we might be able to handle this, but it's just, man, there's a lot happening at once. Okay, so we have a dynasty trait to unlock here. We've already unlocked improved dread gain and natural dread, noble veins, which improves congenital traits and the reinforcement of congenital traits, and then this convergent blood, subsequent legacy, gives us a higher chance of reinforcing congenital traits. Resilient bloodline would be a good one. Chance of new bad congenital traits and the chance of inheriting bad congenital traits would be reduced. Which I honestly feel like we kind of need right now, because there's been some in-marrying, to say the very least. Alright, so we can also go with House of Warriors. This would improve prowess for everyone in the dynasty. The problem is that would actually improve a number of characters that are fighting against us right now, so we don't necessarily want that right now, unfortunately. Gloryhound Vassal Opinion, +5. I like the idea of moving down the glory line, but I'm going to go with Resilient Bloodline first. We still need to establish the dynasty. It's a little bit unusual to go this hard. Well, no, it's not. No, it's not. CK3 is a game of dynasties and succession. Ally joins war. So, interesting. Looks like the King of West Francia has died, and his child, a very young child, has taken the throne. So the regent, the Queen Mother, will be our ally for the foreseeable future. Secret exposed. A secret truth has reached the light of day. My vassal Sheriff Sturla has copulated with his lover Reeve Wolfwin. Such things cannot be accepted outside of marriage. I do need Sheriff Sturla to like me. So I'm going to go ahead and say these accusations are not but malice and lies. Although there is no way to conclusively prove it, my vassal Sheriff Sturla has brought forward evidence that Osric is not the son of Rhys Oswald of Kittermaster, but that he is fathered none other than by him. Osric is without blame, yet his consequences could be dire. Yet, yeah, the consequences for him could be dire. Sheriff Sturla and Reeve Wolfwin, on the other hand. Okay, so, yeah, I'm lost for words. Okay. That is done. The Northmen, it looks like, yeah, are up there wreaking havoc. We're going to have to go see them momentarily. But first, let's go pay a visit to these guys up here before they manage to take Bernicia. Waning of the old ways. With the fall of their last fortress, the Jomsvikings have been utterly extinguished. In the end, they were simply not enough to hold back the tide of foreign faiths, and it now seems inevitable the Satru is doomed to the waste heap of history. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Good riddance, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think that ends the Northmen's conquest, but that's still a step in the right direction, I think. One of the wars is actually going quite well. Ah, my wife, Queen Plaisance, is bearing my child. I cannot wait to hold the babe in my arms. Wait. What's this? What's this? I think I've found the reason why some days are more rat-free than others. My vassal Duke Ariulf happily declares as he moves aside to reveal a servant holding a very displeased cat. It wriggles in an attempt to free itself from the scratched-up arms of the servant, meowing in a rather endearing fashion. I'd say this is one successful rat hunter. In fact, it was in the middle of a wrestling match with a fat one when we found it. What say you? Should we adopt this cat? So we could gain pet cat. If we gave him the pet cat, it would help with his opinion of me considerably. So if we really want to be strategic, I also just like the idea of, you know what, I'd love a feline companion. I now have a cat, and I'm happy about it. Ooh, what are we going to call him? As the cat rests in my lap, contently purring, I ponder what I should name him. Something historical, something alluding to his white fur, something to describe the soothing feeling I experience when I scratch him behind the ear. Oh, I know. I will name him... Let's name him Snow. What a great name. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Is this the one? Yes, it is. This is the war that the allies that are currently fighting alongside me have joined in. So, interestingly enough, this army belongs to the defeated Faction. All right, we need to go visit the Northmen. That's the next objective, period. And we can maybe see about stopping the other civil war. This war will probably end itself in time. I kind of want to finish off this army entirely. The Northmen are not as big of a threat. Yeah, hold on. Let's see if we can do some damage to them. Perfect. And we'll go here and help out. Alright, so the Northmen have moved, which is honestly perfect, because now it gives me the opportunity to intercept them without marching all the way to the top of my territory. So this is going decently at the moment. So we can call on an ally. I want to make sure I have allies in the other war as well. Let's see. Yeah, I have no allies in the Independence War. Yep, she will come to my aid. Nice. The Pope would grant us a claim, but we're going to worry about that once we're no longer in this much trouble. So we can definitely ransom a few characters off, and we're going to do that. I realize that some of these characters might be at war with me, but I want to make sure I'm not in debt. I don't want to keep going in debt to the extent that I can help it. Okay. Those will take a moment to go through. Okay, looks like the ally I summoned is on the way. Let's finish off, or try to finish off the Northmen. Guys, what you doing? Guys, thank you. Allied troops can be a real pain. I just watched them march the other direction, but they've joined the fight now. It's fine. Increase control and county progress gain plus 20. Yup. We definitely want to continue to build up that particular skill set. So hopefully just winning this fight will end this war. Yep, it did. Perfect. Enforce demands. Buy. So be it. Okay. Those raiders look like they're leaving. We should pay a visit. Let me see exactly where these particular attackers are. Yeah, it's mainly in Ireland that this uprising has happened. So, which is what I thought. It's what I thought was happening. So, let's head down. Honestly, we need to just get to Dublin. Your Uncle King, or Prince Constantine, created the cadet branch of Salisbury. So a cadet branch in the family tree has been created. What's in a name? With the babe cradled in her arms, Queen Pleasant looks up at me, her face the picture of serenity. Husband dearest, perhaps we should name him Tybalt, after your impressive acquaintance. I mean, do I like Tybalt? He was deceitful, calm, and cynical. I had something else in mind for our firstborn son, actually. Zachariah. Much better. Alright, so one of the wars just automatically ended. Let's see if I can maybe call allies to another one. Oh, interesting. This would stress me out. Let's pet Snow and see if that helps. You lose 13 stress. Okay. Okay, good. This would no longer stress me out if I arranged it. So let's negotiate that alliance. Okay. Very interestingly, I do have an ally on the way to help me with this fight, but since that first war ended, I really didn't want that to happen so soon. I kind of had a feeling it would. That is going to help from an income perspective. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I hold court? I guess I can. Your petitioners. My sister-in-law Brunhilde shows me a page filled with unfamiliar symbols insisting on its legibility. I have developed a written language specifically for the women of the court since the letters are mostly taught to men. If you allow it, I will begin teaching the ladies at once. What a great idea. So we would gain language of women for 20 years. It's a character modifier. And would specifically... This character has learned to use written language developed specifically for women. Diplomacy and learning plus developy right, what a great idea. Or we can say we can make better use of your talents, and we would gain invented code. Let's just say what a great idea. It seems my uncle Prince Daniel has been nursing a temper while awaiting an audience. My lord, I cannot abide your tolerance of infidels like Countess Malmfrether in the realm, even amidst the nobility. God made his demands on us plain. Scotland should be a land of the faithful, out with these Asatru dogs. So, we would gain some dread for this, and I kind of want to do it. Let's see if we can... Yeah, she doesn't have a good opinion of me. I feel like she probably would resist. We can say, by Odin, I now see the truth. Let's go ahead and insist that she converts. I mean, you would think... I think this makes sense. Like, it's an in-character decision a bit. Yeah, she agrees to convert, so we gain some piety, and that... Oh, wow. Her opinion of me dramatically improved there. The peasant in front of me seems about to explode with excitement. My lord, the miracles, the holiness, we have been blessed. Her enthusiastic ramblings are confusing, but I finally get the gist of it, as she wants me to sponsor the cult of a local saint who has recently died in Biggar. Mirrodin was a miracle maker in life, known for chasing away Satan with a whip and preaching to the birds. His tomb is attracting devoted visitors from all over the realm. So Mirrodin was forgiving, honest, chaste, mastermind philosopher, and a mystic. So we can make that a temple holding, and the control level in Lanarkshire will change by 50. Lanarkshire's here. I don't necessarily need the control level in Lanarkshire to increase that much. We can say, I shall eradicate this blasphemous nonsense right away, which would give me 28 dread, really help me lock down control in that way, but we would also gain some piety, which is nice. I think I kind of want to be firm here. As nice as it is, like, he's a local saint, he's not, you know, endorsed by the church. That's why we're going to gain piety for this. I shall eradicate this blasphemous nonsense right away. The dread will come in handy. My business here is done. That was a good run. Okay, so we have some raids happening, unfortunately. Not a lot I can do against that at the moment. Oh my god. Alright, so we have yet another war that's just been declared. East Anglian claim on somewhere. I'll have to deal with that in a moment. That's kind of obnoxious. Alright, so our ally has arrived. We're going to get this war taken care of, first and foremost. We have some raiding happening, and some courtiers have been killed in siege. My courtier with raid. Okay, yeah, so looks like some family members were taken prisoner as well. I wish there was something I could do about the raiding, but there's just not at the moment. I have to make sure that I've got control of the realm. So, the Northmen have been very opportunistic, unfortunately. So we're doing the best that we can. This siege is 3 months from completion. Hopefully we'll be done a little bit sooner than that. Yep. Maybe, yep, there we go. 10 days. Is that some cooing I hear, and some muffled meows? Sat in an alcove is Wulfnoth, snow-cradled in his arms. The feline looks up at him adoringly, limbs tucked in like a babe's, and the smitten Wulfnoth rocks him lovingly. I offer a greeting, but though the human responds, the cat merely purrs contentedly and burrows his face into the crook of his arm. Despite myself, I feel something of a pang of jealousy. Oi, give my cat here. You gain cat rejection for 5 years. So, I'm just going to say give my cat here. Like, come on. What is happening? I have never... I'm not going to lie. I've played CK3 a good bit. I don't think I've ever had this many wars declared on me in a short period of time. This is crazy. Where are my allied troops going? Hello? Alright, so it does look like there's some nonsense going on down here, and maybe the allies are going to help with it. Looks like maybe that's what's happening. I want to go ahead and end this war once and for all. Duke Burnout 3 and Cummin Aelpin are now married. Nice. I can actually kill these raiders real quick and maybe get some gold for it, so let's do that. This is suddenly not going particularly well because my allies left me. So let's see if we can end this war. A curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Peter. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that miserable fiend to his grave not one day too soon. So that means we are now in need of a new bishop. My sister-in-law, Brunhild, has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of these... I still haven't learned to pronounce that. Dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Yeah. Let's name him Donald. Seems fair. Alright, so this siege will be done in a maximum of 7 months, and hopefully sooner than that. It does look like the troops are relatively well supported. Alright, Dublin's under siege. Are the allies coming back? Nope. What are my allies doing? I know I called allies to this war. So, where are they? Hang on, I may be able to call new ones to the war. Yeah, you can. There we go. Let's see if I can go ahead and call... I'm going to call those allies to different wars, and hopefully they'll show up where my troops are, which is kind of what's happened in the past, in just the last couple of episodes. And I can use them for, like, all of these fights. That would be ideal. I just don't know where my... I don't know where my troops are. Or my allied troops. I know where my troops are. No, I cannot. So we do have a new... Let's take a look at this. Okay, so... Archbishop Edbert. My prisoner, Jarl Frithriker, has escaped my dungeon. The guards have nothing to say in his defense, but the damage is already done nonetheless. Curse you. That's a shame. An extra hand. In the course of helping me administer my realm as my right-hand man, Elpid and I have discovered we have a lot in common. We've built up a strong rapport during our time working together as a result of this, and I find myself wondering what the future will hold for us. We should become good friends. Okay, so that ends the Independence War. So be it. Let's kill these raiders so we can get their gold. Now we can call... I don't have a ton of prestige here, but we've won the 2 wars, believe it or not. Now what I need to do... Well, yeah, let's kill these raiders first and foremost. Antiquarian position vacated. What's this? Demand artifact. Irish tapestry. You know what? Fine. You can have it. I don't care. If it would help with his opinion... Alright, good. Some of the raiding appears to be dying down. I just need allies to show up where I am. So where is the fighting happening at the moment? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just head to Lothian by sea and see if some of the allies will actually show up and support me. Because they've answered the call. Alright, we're still in debt. That's going to be a problem when the war ends. But I just need my troop levels to replenish. I mean, it's nice not to see those red lines all over the map, because we've managed to win those wars. But... oh, Prince Daniel is here to bend the knee. Serve me well, Prince Daniel. Level of splendor increased. The dynasty is known far and wide. So we now are famous. Which means children are born with more prestige, marrying into this dynasty gives more prestige, and rulers get a maximum of plus 40 long-reign opinion. Court grandeur level has increased again. So, allies, where are you? Seriously. Like, I've called allies to this fight multiple times, and they're not showing up. It's very concerning. All right, so now we're back in home territory. Armies are replenishing. Can I possibly raise all men-at-arms? Yep. I don't know if I have that many men-at-arms that... Mark of distinction. As the renown of my dynasty grows, familiarity with the glorious sigil spreads too. My family's emblem is now common knowledge, listed among the great royal families of the region and the highest nobility of the Anglo-Saxons. How about that? So we get a famed large wall ornament, which gives considerable prestige and renown bonuses. Courtier and guest opinion, and court grandeur bonus. Nice. As it should be. So I want to definitely hang that. I want to hang that yesterday. Oh, nice. It's already displayed automatically. So I guess it just sort of leveled up, which I should have expected. That makes sense. All right, allies are finally here, so I can march on these armies in the south that are creating shenanigans. All right, so that army marched to the not quite same location. There we go. Now you're merged, and here's what we're going to do. We have some raiders moving here. Let's go say hello to them. Earl Marion's friendship. While his numerous attempts to curry my favor have not gone unnoticed, I cannot feel but irritated by Earl Marion's sudden interest in me. If anything, his obsessive desire to impress me and blundering displays of fabricated affection have only made me dislike him more. Why can he not leave me in peace? Yeah, I don't want to stress myself out right now. Alright, so let's kill these raiders and hopefully get some gold from them. Alright, so we're losing several sieges down here because we haven't been able to respond to these guys. So we need to turn that around. We also have this happening over here, unfortunately. The allied army that I have with me is not yeah, it's not really strong enough. Maybe we need to go over here first. That's what makes more sense. Hello? Guys? What you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I need you to just come with me. You're my allies. Like, and I'm counting on you to, like, be places when I'm in places. You know? There we go. Oh my god. Oh no. He's just... Oh, he's going by land. Okay. If we win this, it'll be a miracle. It's actually looking pretty good. Close. But Snow, Rodent Killer, as Snow approaches me with yet another dead rat, I can do nothing but praise him. The castle has never been this free of rodents before. Keep up the good work. You know, so we're almost at the end point of this episode. We are going to win this fight, just barely. Good lord. That was ridiculous. We can reclaim this territory as well, I guess, which might help end the war to a degree. But since we're coming up on the end of this episode, it has become clear the Archbishop is working to establish a full... Oh, shut up. I don't... Go away. He's trying to say, oh, how dare you? And it's like, I'll tell you how I dare. Alright, so we're going to fight them a second time here. What's this? Councillor Regenwald died from his wounds. Oh, that's a shame. Regenwald was awesome. Alright, so we can appoint Duke Ariulf. He's a vassal and a commander. So speaking of that, I'm going to finish my thought in just a second, but first things first, let's make sure that we've forbidden everyone that we want to forbid. Yeah, Chancellor, forbidden. Seneschal and Friend, forbidden. Prince Thomas, allow. We're not going to force him. Alright, we'll forbid the Spy Master. Constantine, forbid. Steward, forbid. Donald, forbid. Marshal, forbid. Duke Lonan, allow. Okay. All that is good. Okay, looks like we managed to capture someone pretty important there. That could come in handy. But now what we need to do is we need to get down here. Can I call any other allies? We can call a dynasty member. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just need, I don't know, like I thought I had more allies in this fight with me. Okay, so we're at the end of this episode. We still have some fighting to do, but I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. The question I was going to ask is, if anyone in the comments knows this, I would love some just feedback from the Paradox community for those of you who are willing to chat about it. So, my biggest sort of, the thing that consistently irritates me when I play Crusader Kings III, whether it's on the channel or off the channel, the thing that consistently happens is allied forces will just fuck off. Pardon my French, but they'll just do whatever it is the heck they want. And often they won't follow you, even when they're close by and could step in to lend a helping hand. They don't. Is there something in the game, or is there a mod? Is there some way to make them more cooperative? Just, is there a solution to that problem? Because it's not obvious to me. The game doesn't point out a solution to that. But I would genuinely like to know. So we need to finish off this war down here. We have 2 wars that are happening at the moment. This war, which these armies are involved in, and this war, which it seems like, are they kind of overlapping a little bit? No, not really. I see. So we might not, we might need to conquer Iceland, to be completely honest, because they're the ones that have declared war. And I mean, we have the East Anglian claim happening here, which is very interesting. So this is a vassal of Wessex that has declared war. Not Wessex itself, but a vassal of Wessex. A lot of progress this episode, but we need things to continue to go well in the coming episode or 2. We'll see how this turns out for Surprise King Ecthegirn as the series continues. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. By the way, for those of you watching in the live audience, sorry we didn't have an episode yesterday. I was working very hard on that premiere in the Long Dark, and it just got to a point where I was like, I do not have the headspace to record a CK3 episode today. That's all it came down to, so thank you for your patience on that. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Tuesday at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.